How to pleasure someone with a vulva and a vagina intimately. My name is Stella Sonnenbaum and I'm a somatic sexologist in central London, and I'm here sitting in my practice and making this video. First of all, with vulva and vagina owners you wouldn't start here, never. So you would start at the very periphery, on the hands, on the arms. You want to touch the outside of the body with earthing touch, as in, I'm here for you, you're safe, you can trust me for a long time. Once you get to the intimate area, a nice stroke to do, just as with penis owners, is to cup the pubic bone, like that, and the heart, and just breathe with them. So you want to use some kind of lube, so it depends what it is. So me personally, I like water-based lube, but you can also use organic coconut oil, warm it up a little bit, or it also melts in your hand. It depends, so check with your partner what agrees with them. Water-based lube, I would recommend high-quality lube, because the supermarket lube is often full of glucose and that can cause yeast infections in the vagina. Okay, so a nice stroke to start with is this kind of like long stroke on the vulva, so you can go from the navel all the way to the vulva, like that. You can also go back to the womb area and make some raindrops on the womb area. Check in with your partner, so look at their face and see if they like that. If there's hair like that, what you can do is you can pull the hair out, so don't pull individual strands, but you can pull the hair a little bit like that. You can see if they like that or not. Okay, so a little bit to the anatomy. So we've got the head of the clitoris here underneath this little hood. Women obviously all look differently, so these are the outer labia, these are the inner labia, and so some women look a little bit more like this. And some women have like protruding inner labia. Sometimes they are really fine and pink and thin, and sometimes they are quite big and fleshy and purple. Sometimes they are quite symmetrical like these ones. Sometimes like there's one much longer than the other one, and so it really varies. The other difference is like how close is the head of the clitoris here to the opening of the vagina. So again, that's where women vary a lot. And then an important thing, especially for oral sex and manual sex, does she like direct stimulation on the clitoral head, so just underneath the hood, directly on the clitoris, on the head? Not every woman likes that. Some women you can only really stimulate indirectly, which is here the shaft of the clitoris. So the shaft of the clitoris is like a mini penis, and it can go erect, but because of the frenulum underneath the clitoral head, it can't go fully erect like a penis would. And so it stays down, but it can go a little bit erect, and you can feel that when you wriggle the shaft here, which is like over the hood, like that. The clitoris also has legs, which reach here into the outer labia, and so when a woman is really aroused, this entire thing swells up, like that. Okay, and so with a little bit of lube, you can kind of take the outer lips up, outer labia, kind of pull them out, and also you can roll them between your fingers, so that depends a little bit on your partner's anatomy. Usually that's possible. You can go through the grooves, like that, through the folds. What can feel a little bit intrusive is if you get too close to the vagina, so just like check with your partner, look how she looks, and else go back to a kind of like holding, which can be really long, can be like 20 minutes of holding, and look how there's one point usually when she really relaxes, this kind of, yeah. Okay, so you can pull out the inner lips. And you can go around the clitoris with your finger like that, making circles. what is often quite nice is a spot which is like if you had a clock face on here, it's a kind of 2 o'clock here, which is like to her left a little bit. So usually the left side, her left side, is more sensitive and more pleasurable than the right side, but it varies. So kind of check in with her. Might also vary depending on how aroused she is. And so if you give a woman oral sex, you can use your tongue to kind of like either directly on the clitoris to go like that, or on the hood to and fro. And if you're direct on the clitoris, you can also do this movement, which is, you can do that with your finger, but especially with your tongue. Okay. So, once you are here at the clitoral shaft, you can wiggle that to and fro. And then you can go through the grooves here between the outer lips and the inner lips. So we've got several arousal areas inside the vagina as well. There's the urethra that's wrapped within a sheath, and there's the G-ridge, which goes all the way to the G-spot. And at the very end of the vagina, there's the A-spot, which is towards the navel. And at the other end, so just on the other side of the cervix, is the P-spot, which is also all the way straight in but towards the guts. And then some women also like the perineum here between the vaginal opening and the anus stimulated. And the women who prefer anal sex have a lot of nerve clusterings in the perineum. As women, we are much more varied, as in like what we can enjoy. Also, women are potentially more multi-orgasmic than men are, because we can fire from all of those different areas. And only once we have like a strong clitoral orgasm, that's really it for us. But we can fire from all the other areas as well. And so in my other video, I will show you some strokes, as in like inside strokes as well. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Take your time, enjoy, and keep breathing. Thank you.